less than 2 weeks' time now, we'll be celebrating Staff Networks Day on May 13th. And so I was wondering, within what you're saying about crisis, opportunity, challenge, how they all intersect, what would you consider to be, I suppose, how would you apply what you've been saying to the world of staff networks at the moment?
Sure. No, it's a great question, Grace, and I get it straight away. Not least of which because with some wonderful, wonderful people at the Power of Staff Networks, I've been doing some work to help the National Day, which is this year on the 13th of May. It's on the second Wednesday each year, and we're into our 4th year with this. I guess it's a campaign really about raising awareness. And each year we've got a theme. Last year it was making work better. This year, and I'll start here, it's adding value. And I think through this crisis, and it is through the crisis, leadership through the crisis, our response within and across organizations is, I think, best managed when we acknowledge the value that networks add. You know, I think one of the things that this current pandemic has highlighted is the importance of remaining connected, of networking, ironically enough. And I want to be perhaps a little bit cheeky by saying to organizations, some of your people, some of your staff, some of your employees have been networking way before COVID-19. You know, staff networks have been around for at least 20 years. I've been involved in a number of them over the last 2 decades. And whilst I will fully accept that some of those networks have not been performing at their very highest level for all sorts of reasons, a lot of them have been. A lot of them know how to do this. You know, they know how to network. You know, at the Power of Staff Networks, you've got Sharon in Qatar. Her book, The Incredible Power of Staff Networks, that title isn't an accident. That's a title born out of her experience, born out of her leadership, born out of her work with staff networks, incredibly powerful staff networks across the public and the private sector. So when you invite me to make a connection between the challenge and the opportunity, the weaknesses and the threats that there are in this current moment, I place staff networks. I choose to place staff networks at the heart of that. Why? Because they are committed individuals coming together to listen to one another, empathy, to identify better ways of working, thought leadership, to then offer to the organization a enhanced way of working that is just absolutely incredible. It's as if through this tragedy, a moment such as this was meant to bring to the fore the incredible power of staff networks. And that is why on the 13th of May, the Power of Staff Networks and its wider team will be holding 3 webinars, a breakfast, a lunch, and an afternoon tea, where people will come together to celebrate inclusion, to demonstrate their diversity, rooted in the incredible power of staff networks. It doesn't get much better than that.
Super stuff. Thank you so much, Rob, for your time and for your insights. So valuable, so engaging as ever. So thank you, and speak soon.
Thanks, Stay well.